Hello friends, myself Dr. Ankit J. Shah, Assistant Professor at Sri P.M. Patel Institute of Biosciences, Anand, affiliated to Sardar Patel University, Vallabh Vidyanagar, and managed by Anand People's Medical Society, Anand. Today, in this video, I will teach students of TYBSc of semester 5 in the main branch of chemistry, and in this video session I will cover the subject physical chemistry with subject code US05 CCHE23, and in this session I will cover unit number 3, that is photochemistry, and the keywords of this session are Beer's law and Lambert's law. So students, as you all know from my last video, if you have watched it, we have started solution of an important question. So again in this session also I will give you the solution of one most important question. Students, again I would like to request you all, if you are not subscribed this YouTube channel, subscribe now. If you like my video, share to your friends and do watch this video till the end, because in the end I will also give you the multiple choice questions belonging from this topic. So students, today's question to which I am giving you the solution, the question is: give statements of Lambert's and Beer's law with their equation, and also discuss nature of molar absorptivity and absorbance. So students, this question can be asked in a 5 mark in your Sardar Patel University exam. So these are two different topics. So first we'll start with statements of Beer's law and Lambert's law. Then we will discuss the other topic, that is nature of molar absorptivity and absorbance. So let's start with our solution of this question. So what is Lambert's law? What is its statement? So it is: when a beam of light is allowed to pass through a transparent medium, the rate of decrease of intensity with the thickness of medium is directly proportional to the intensity of the light. So we can say that in the mathematical way it is minus di by dt proportional to I. Minus di by dt is equal to or proportional to I. If we have to neglect this proportionality, we have to add some constant, and here constant will be k. So it is minus di by dt, that will be equals to kt, and we know that I is intensity of incident light of wavelength lambda, and small t is the thickness of the medium, and k is proportionality constant. So this is the equation for Lambert's law, that is minus di by dt will be equals to k into I. Now to get the more reasonable equation, simply we have to integrate this equation. Which equation? That is minus di by dt is equal to kt or ki. Now we are integrating this equation and putting I is equal to I0, that is initial light when t is equals to 0. So it will be ln I0 by IT is equal to kt. If we take antilog on both the sides, it will be I0 by IT is equal to e raised to kt, and reverse of that, IT by I0 is equal to e raised to minus kt. And for simplicity we can write IT is equal to I0 e raised to minus kt, where I0 is the intensity of the incident light, IT is the intensity of the transmitted light, and K is constant, depends upon the wavelength and medium used. So it is a small question or MCQ. So in a Lambert's law, proportionality constant K depends on which factors? A short question or in a MCQ that can be asked. So it will depend on wavelength and medium used. So this equation can be changed to common logarithms. There is IT is equal to I0 into 10 raised to minus KT. And here K is the absorption coefficient. Absorption coefficient, and it is defined as, it is the reciprocal of the thickness which is required to reduce the light to 1/10 of its intensity. So what is it, this absorption coefficient? It is the reciprocal of the thickness which is required to reduce the light to 1/10 of its intensity. So here the ratio IT by I0 is known as transmittance T. Log I0 by IT is known as absorbance A, and I0 by IT is known as opacity. So that is our Lambert's law. Now we'll discuss Beer's law. But what is the basic difference? Why Beer's law is necessary? Because there is some limitations of this Lambert's law. That's why a second law, that is Beer's law, is required. So what is the main difference? So Lambert's law gives relationship between the transmittance and the length of the path, while Beer's law gives relationship between transmittance and concentration of a solution. So Beer's law gives the relationship between transmittance T and the concentration of the solution, that is denoted by small c. So what is the statement given by Beer's? So Beer's law stated as, the intensity of a beam of monochromatic light decreases exponentially with the increasing concentration of the absorbing substance arithmetically. So whenever any light is incident on a solution, it will decrease exponentially with the increase in concentration of the solution of the substance. So mathematically it can be written as IT is equal to I0 into e raised to minus kc. IT is equal to I0 into e raised to minus kc. If you substitute base 10 instead of e, then it will become I0 into 10 raised to minus 0.43 into k dash c. So this k dash and k double dash are constant, and c is the concentration of absorbing substance. Now from Lambert's law we know that IT is equal to I0 into 10 raised to minus kt. So IT is equal to I0 into 10 raised to minus ACT. So log I0 by IT is equal to A into C into T, where A is constant. So this equation is the mathematical statement of Beer-Lambert's law. So that is our combined equation of Beer-Lambert's law, that is log I0 by IT is equal to A into C into T. Now all this value depends on different things. The value of A depends on the units of concentration. If concentration is in mole per decimeter cube and T is in centimeter, then absorbance A is replaced by epsilon, and is known as the molar absorption coefficient or molar absorptivity. So therefore, capital A is equal to log I0 by IT is equal to epsilon into C into T, and that can also be written as log 1 upon T. If we apply simple mathematics, then it will be minus log T. So simply we can write A is equal to epsilon into C into T. By rearrangement, we can also say that epsilon is equal to A by Ct. So now, how one can define this epsilon or molar absorption coefficient? So students, remember this. If you have any equation, and if you have to write definition from that equation, simply assume that whatever is in denominator, assume them as 1 unit. So if C is equal to 1 mole per decimeter cube and T is equal to 1 centimeter, that means epsilon is equal to A. Thus, molar absorption coefficient is specific absorption coefficient for a concentration of 1 mole per decimeter cube and a path length of 1 centimeter. So this is the definition. So how one can write the definition? So, molar absorption coefficient is the specific absorption coefficient for a concentration of 1 mole per decimeter cube and a path length of 1 centimeter. So when there are number of absorbing substances, each of these contributes to the rate of absorption of light. So A will be equals to epsilon 1 C1 into T plus epsilon 2 C2 into T and so on. So simply we can say that A is equal to summation epsilon I Ci into T. So that is our Beer's law and combination of Beer's and Lambert's law. So from that we can find that what is absorbance and what is absorptivity. So both are two different things. So for that we have to discuss one more topic, that is nature of molar absorptivity and absorbance. Nature of molar absorptivity and absorbance. So we all know that absorbance is an extensive property and absorptivity is intensive property. So students, you must know what is extensive property and what is intensive property. Any property that depends on mass or quantity of the substance known as extensive property, and property that do not depends on quantity of the substance, that is known as intensive property. So here absorbance is extensive property and absorptivity is an intensive property. And if there is a change in concentration and the thickness of the container, the value of molar absorptivity will remain constant, but the absorbance will change. Means suppose you have any chemical reaction is going on, and if you change the concentration of reactant, then what will happen? Absorptivity change or absorbance will change. So from this nature of the Lambert's and Beer's law, we can say that if there is a change in concentration of the reactant, then molar absorptivity will remain same. It does not have any effect of concentration, but absorbance will change. So we can correlate this with our thermal and photochemical reaction, and from that we can say that molar absorptivity is like dark reaction or thermochemical reaction, whereas absorbance will be like photochemical reaction, because it will not depend on concentration of reactant. The value of molar absorptivity will be different at different wavelengths. Therefore, a monochromatic radiation is used in spectrometry and colorimetry. You know that instruments, spectrophotometry and colorimetry, if you have performed the practicals, then know that in spectrophotometer you have to find absorbance of any color solution. You have to find absorbance for any color solution. So for that, what you have to do? Simply, whatever solution is given to you, simply dilute the solution of different concentration. Then put these solutions one by one in spectrophotometer tube and measure the absorbance of the solution, where transmittance to be kept at 100%. And by using the equation A is equal to epsilon into C into T, you can find the concentration of unknown solution. So students, now you have seen how to write the answer of this question. As I have promised you earlier, now I will give you 4 MCQs related on this topic, so you can prepare all the things of this question, and you will be able to write short question, long question and multiple choice question of this topic. So I am starting with our first multiple choice question, that is, photochemistry is the study of chemical effect produced by light radiations in the range of, the first option is 2000 to 8000 angstrom, second option is 1500 to 6000 angstrom, third one is 1000 to 5000 angstrom, and fourth one is 3000 to 6000 angstrom. So students, this MCQ I have taken already in first video also, but this is the important question, that's why I have taken another time. So you know that now the correct option is option number A, that is 2000 to 8000 angstrom. Also remember, this MCQ can also be asked in some different units like nanometer, picometer, so you have to adjust it. Second question is, intensity of light and increasing concentration has blank relation. So students, options are given to you, that is linear, non-linear, inverse and exponential. So students, you know that this is your statement of Beer's law, as we have seen in the solution. So we can say that intensity of light and increase in concentration has exponential relation. So the correct answer of this question is option number D, that is exponential. Third question, path length for molar absorption coefficient is blank. Options are given, that is 1 centimeter, 1 meter, 1 decimeter and 1 nanometer. So students, now you know that always molar absorption coefficient is having path length, that is 1 centimeter. So the correct answer of this MCQ is option number A, 1 centimeter. Fourth one, absorbance is blank property. Options are A, intensive, B, extensive, C, rare and D, none. So students, you know that first you must know what is extensive property and what is intensive property. Anything that depends on quantity of substance, it is known as extensive property. Anything that do not depend on quantity of substance but depends on characteristic of the substance, known as intensive property. So we know that absorbance is always depending on mass, quantity of the substance. That's why it is an extensive property. So the correct answer of this question is option number B, that is extensive property. So students, that's it for this video. Hope you like this video. Again, I will come up with my next video in which I will take another question and giving you the solution of that question. So do watch my next video also. Thank you.